Alright guys, it's I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you with a Pokemon video. I don't want to say it's an emergency, but it is a couple of things to go over right now. Collectibles Guru on Instagram, he was on that live stream with Logan Paul before. Either one of two things is happening. Either he just doesn't know the prices of some things, unlikely because he deals with these every day, or because he is a very known flipper and he has a lot of these cards, he's saying that they are worth so much more than they are. And now, worth isn't, beauty, worth, eye of the beholder is what someone's willing to pay. But when he's saying $30,000 for a first edition PSA 10 Bulbasaur, that is fucking ridiculous. And I'm saying this because he has a lot of followers. And someone might think that, oh my god, that's worth 30,000. But oh, maybe he'll give it away for 25,000. That card is not worth more than $3,000 right now. Maybe someone gets 3,500, $4,000 for it. Like, maybe if there's none on the market at that time and they really want one really quickly. But no, that's not worth 10 times. He says it's worth 10 times what it's actually worth. That's not. And the same thing with Chansey, does the same thing with Charlie. Like, I just don't want you guys to get screwed out of, saying someone, okay, this guy's a big guy, he buys all this stuff, he knows. And yes, he does have the capital to throw around to buy all that stuff. But it's, again, known flipper, hyping the cards up, hyping the prices up of cards he probably already has. I've seen it so often. Like, in one post, he says this, this, and this. And then, like, when I say, like, how much would you pay for this? Like, well, that card's not really worth that much right now. Or in the previous post, he said it's worth, like, this much. I was like, okay, well, like, fuck your fans, I guess, that you're trying to screw. I would never do that. Like, I have people message me on Instagram. I have people message me on Facebook. Say, like, hey, what is this worth? I will give my honest opinion. Like, what it is. Like, someone messaged me before with an Arcanine. Blaine's Arcanine, first edition. I couldn't see much on hollow with the back, so, so I was like, it was probably a 6 due to a lot of edge wear, a lot of white wear, whitening on the edges and all that. I didn't even look at the centering too much. And again, couldn't see the hollow, but just based on that, I was going to give it a 6. I said, okay, what's the price of the 6? Well, the 6 is generally how you get there is, okay, what's the 10? Because the 10 usually sells for 5 to 8 times what the 9 is. But we have sales data for the 9, for the Blaine's Arcanine, even a couple of 8s as well. But 6, that could be someone that just cracks for a binder collection. We don't know. So I said, okay, let's see what the 7 is. We have an auction that's going on right now. Whatever that auction is, it's going to be probably 30 to 40% below that for the 6. Maybe even less. But I gave my honest opinion. Like, I will always stand to fight for the integrity of this card. And there are some things that I'll say, like, because again, I go over data every day, and I'll say, like, okay, right now this sells for this. And right now I'm doing a potential trade for a Misty's Golduck first edition PSA 10 mine for a Shining Charizard first edition PSA 9. So mine's first edition PSA 10, only 51 out there. First edition PSA 9 Shining Charizard is like 197 out there. Obviously, people want Charizard, just a more popular card. Whatever set it is, more popular than. But for Gym Challenge, Misty's Golduck, there's, I think, 51, or no, Giovanni's Persian is 51. I think there's 48 of Misty's Golducks. It is so hard to grade. Give me 10 pack fresh ones of those, there's a decent chance that none of them get 10s. Centering, scratching on the hollow, so much hollow. The red dot error, it's like almost like the T17, not as bad, but almost like the T17 of Gym Challenge, of the gym set. So when I say, like, a trade like that, okay, well, I put my, because it's the only one on eBay, Misty's Golduck on there for $7,500. Or best offer. And I've declined offers for $4,000 and, $3,500, whatever. And yeah, maybe someone else sells it, it goes up and it sells for $6,000. I would not sell, even if somebody, I have mine to take it off because I don't want to sell it. I don't. The only way I would sell it is if somebody actually bought it for $7,500 and okay, maybe I get $6,000. I'm actually going to take it off as soon as I finish this video because I just don't want to sell. If someone walks through that door right now and says, hey, $10,000 for it, yeah, I'd probably do it. But I'll do it for a Charizard. And here's why. So many people are in this now. And why I got into this video, there is some good news as well. You do have what I think is a couple more pieces of data. Wind the clocks back a little while. Logan Paul bought a box for 100. This final sales price for first edition base box sealed is $198,000. Selling those packs in there for $11,000 a pack. My God, because he didn't weigh them. It's all chance, whatever. And so figure 36 packs, 11, so $396,000. That so he made, or 396, spent 198. So he didn't almost, he almost doubled his money. That's pretty much what he did. Which, okay, fair point. Do that, do you? Because that's just what he's doing. He's got that capital to throw around, and then so we have a data point right there of what are the base packs going at. And then we also had an auction, I think Iconic Auctions, where we had a Charizard first edition PSA 10 without the buyer's premium that sold for $183,000. So at a base set Charizard first edition PSA 10 for $183,000. Record price point by $33,000, and that's before the buyer's premium. 15%, that's $204,000, something like that. 450. Yeah. But God, that's insane. The growth on these are insane. So what I might do is Charizards. What I might do after I pay for the trophy Kangaskhan and this other, Charizards are the way to go. Their value increases so much. Now again, I also messaged someone, or I didn't message someone on E4, like what is a Charizard PSA 8 right now, and what will it be in, December? Should I think I have the money. Should I spend it right now on a first edition PSA 8? Now I gave, again, honest opinion. I said, well, short term, I don't know what's going to happen to the card. It's been increasing steadily, like not even steadily. It's been skyrocketing those Charizards first edition, the high PSA numbers. And I don't know. Now maybe, and I just put this as a part. I said I think it's going to continue that way, but maybe there's a bunch of hype because Gary Vee and Logan Paul and a bunch of the doing live streams. Maybe it'll stop, it'll plateau, and maybe you'll see a retrace because that happens. That just happens. Sometimes there's a retrace. But I said, so short term, I don't know. You could spend this much, maybe there's a retrace and it'll go down, but this time next year. Yeah, it's. I would bet my life that it goes up. That's something that I'm doing, or I'm going to do after I pay for the Trophy Kangaskhan next year, just buy Charizards. Because, again, this is still a young hobby, $25K, and now people are getting into it. The way this is different than baseball is because, yes, people from the 50s, when they grew up and got older, started recollecting those old baseball cards in the 80s. They didn't have the internet. And it's not just the internet, like, oh, we can go on Google and no, there is multiple websites and platforms and apps. Not just as one place on the internet where you can kind of go and see. No, it is eBay, it is E4, it is Instagram, it's Facebook, it's TikTok. Every social media app you can think of has Pokemon. It is the biggest marketing company in the world. It is the biggest media franchise in the world for a freaking good reason. Now, couple that in conjunction with the fact that you don't need to have this professional career to have money anymore. You didn't need to go to college. You didn't need to be a doctor, a lawyer, and you could be someone that just went to trade school as a mechanic, electrician. You could be someone a kid that reviews toys on YouTube. You could be someone that didn't have to go to that college, put massive amounts of work into it, because there's a lot of men, especially mostly men, that'll work so many more hours a week, more to get access to women, because the more money you have, the more women find you attractive. But now it's not like that anymore. So there's such an influx of people that are going to be buying these cards, and it's just not going to stop. Like even now, like if you get somewhat like baseball, America's national pastime, America's one of their favorite sports. Get a kid into it now, you're not going to want to collect the cards now from baseball in the last 20 years with baseball, because there's so many different things. But Pokemon has been very, very good at having Wizards of the Coast print them and make them. It's just one company is making these cards. And it's not like Pokemon does a really good job at okay, yes, first generation, second generation has the first Pokemon in it, and then the third and fourth kind of had a break. But the old Pokemon keep coming up in the new gen, like X and Y, where you get a starter, brand new starter. Yeah, this is great, and then you get a second starter from the original game. They keep bringing them back because they're popular, and new kids are introduced to these Pokemon, and they say, "I can get an original one." Like if you're getting into baseball now, mm, the only time you'll really hear about old players is if the announcers talk about them or if one of their kids are playing. When Ken Griffey Jr. was playing, they reference his dad a lot because they actually played on the same team for a little while. Right now, there's I forget his first name, Tatis. He is Fernando Tatis' son, from the Cardinals. So they'll reference older guys, but unless you're like really studying into baseball back in the day, watch a documentary on it, you're really not going to know a lot of maybe some of the famous ones. You're not going to know everybody. These Pokemon from base set is just in front of their faces, these kids nowadays. So they're going to know Charmander. Oh, and their evolutions. And they're going to know all of these things. And it is... I should have split this up into like 6 different videos. But this is something that I think is going to go... I have to make another video between Tesla and stocks again. Tesla versus Pokemon. Because I don't know which one is going to be bigger. My guess right now is Pokemon. Because Elon Musk is that Tesla company. And again, I'll go into it another one. My God. This is insane. Insane night. I love you guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.